We will see you later, Cheryl. We're back in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the site of tomorrow night's GOP debate right here on the Fox Business Network. Earlier this hour, I spoke with Dr. Ben Carson, asking what makes him qualified to be our country's next president, aside from his experience as a neurosurgeon.
Learning a lot about national and international business by sitting on major corporate boards and starting a national scholars program and reading program that has won major national awards. These are not things that that most people do, and I would dare say that no one else who's running has done those kinds of things.
Want to bring in Wisconsin Republican Senator Ron Johnson with more on that, who's running for re-election in the state of Wisconsin. Good to see you, sir.
Morning. Thank
you so much for joining us. Do you agree with Ben Carson's comments there that, look, he's got this experience and nobody else on the stage has it?
Well, I don't have a dog in the fight yet. I'm endorsing no one. What I do agree with is what we need to do as Republicans is we have to show the American people what we're going to do to grow our economy and create the opportunities that everybody's looking for. You know, how can we gain the sense of security for this nation that people are craving?
How are you feeling as you head toward this re-election? These are big issues, not just for the voters in Wisconsin, but across the country. Are you going to be able to communicate that, and is it resonating?
I think so. You know, when I travel around Wisconsin, I've been doing it for 5 years, I can really sum up what is on people's minds in one word. It is security, whether it's job security or income security or retirement security, health care security, and now national security. So people are hungering for leadership. They're looking for people that are willing to tell them the truth, that are willing to recognize the reality, and then move forward with a real vision for this country. And it really is about understanding what made this country great: individual liberty, a free market competitive system that will lift more people out of poverty than any other economic system. Let's keep energy prices low. You know, let's have regulatory reform. Let's do pro-growth tax reform. I think those are the agenda items that certainly I want to hear about tomorrow night.
What about the foreign policy issues? I mean, the idea that ISIS is getting stronger and the terrorists are getting more sophisticated when it comes to cyber, when it comes to communicating and getting new people in there. What are the answers?
Well, we're finding that President Obama's strategy of peace through withdrawal has been a miserable failure. The world hungers for American leadership. I know, publicly they'll sometimes rip in the United States, but when we don't lead, there's some real voids, some real vacuums formed, and we're seeing this now. We're seeing this genocide occur in Syria, the refugee problem flowing into Europe. That's going to destabilize other countries as well. So we can't turn our face away from this evil, this danger. We really do need to accomplish President Obama's stated goal: degrade and defeat ISIS. The sooner the better.
Sandra Smith, yeah, go ahead, Anthony.
I'm sorry. Let's talk about how you're going to win re-election. So you're the most Senator Brown just left the stage here, said you're the most targeted Republican.
It's great to be number one.
It's great to be number one, but there's also issues related to that. Okay, so tell us what you're going to do to win.
Well, listen, I feel pretty good about it. Understand how disgusted the American people are about what's happening in Washington. People are starting to realize that when you outsource your compassion to the federal government, it hasn't worked too well. We're mortgaging our children's future. I think more and more people are realizing that the real solution is devolve power back to the states, like Wisconsin. We've put Wisconsin back on the right path. And again, it's concentrating on the basics, economic growth, opportunity, by reducing regulations, by, pro-growth tax reform. Let's maintain a clean environment, but let's keep energy prices low.
Why are they coming after you, sir?
Well, Wisconsin's been pretty much a purple state, pretty red in non-presidential years, trending blue in presidential years. But we've got 5 members of the Congress now. Last time we ran 3. We've grown our numbers in the state assembly, the state senate. We've got a great grassroots team. This is a bellwether state. This is an important state. And so let's face it, there are some battleground states that are going to be incredibly important. Wisconsin's one of them.
Senator, what are you seeing as far as businesses in the state of Wisconsin? You said you've been traveling, you've been on the ground talking to people for 5 years. What are you seeing as far as businesses that are looking to go elsewhere? Or, people wanting to leave the state? I mean, what is the temperature? What's the climate here right now?
First thing, I'm a manufacturer myself. Mm-hmm. And for 20 years, literally, I could not hire enough people. And that's still true. I've not gone to one manufacturer in the state of Wisconsin that can hire enough people. So one of the things we're trying to do...
What's the problem there?
Can't make the connection. So you have high rates of unemployment here in the inner city of Milwaukee, but we don't make those connections.
Is it a job skills issue?
Well, no, it's really a worker gap. We pay people not to work. We tell our kids that you've got to get a 4-year degree, which kind of implies that, working in a factory isn't, it's like second-class status. It's not. all work has value.
So what
By
are
the
you
way,
going to do about it?
well, so we're trying to make those connections. We really are. We're holding sessions of soft skills, connecting, and using inner city churches to vet people that really are genuinely seeking those opportunities, and we're connecting them to the opportunities that are really out there in the state. And again, that's what our party is about. Economic growth and opportunity.
And you just called the state a purple state, and you said you're a horse of a different color. I was reading somewhere else.
Yeah, I am.
What does that mean?
I'm a citizen legislator. I have a manufacturing background. I'm an accountant. We have financial problems. Not a whole lot of people in Washington, D.C. actually understand the financial problems facing this nation.
Senator, we'll be watching the developments. Thanks so much.
Great.
Senator Ron Johnson joining us. Coming up.